Quería justificar actos incorrectos utilizando el derecho a la autonomía corporal. Afirmó que el derecho a usar nuestro cuerpo está por encima del derecho a la vida, lo cual es extremadamente polémico. En este video, una joven intenta excusar su desenfreno basándose en este derecho. Él le explicó la realidad de las cosas y lo podrás ver a continuación. Mira el video completo y dime qué opinas.
Are all rights equal? Or all rights on this, my right to have this pink fruity drink here, is that the same as your right to, I don't know, drive a car or something? No.
I don't believe they're all equal, no.
Okay, all right, so then there are gradations of rights. Some are more important than others. Is there one most important right that you would call it a fundamental right? The fundamental right?
The right to your body and the right to decide what happens to your body.
There's no right that precedes it?
I mean, it depends. What rights do you think precede that, please?
Well, it would seem to me that the right to your body, the right to do certain things to your body, must necessarily be preceded by the right to life, without which you would not have your body or the ability to do anything at all.
Well, and as I've described, your right to life does not get to supersede or override someone else's right to bodily autonomy.
But I thought we just admitted that it did, because I thought we just agreed. Oh, you didn't agree with me. Okay, because it seems to me if we're going to have any rights at all, the right to drink my fruity drink, the right to have a lovely conversation in this kind of black room here, any of these other rights, that all of those rights depend upon the right to life, which is not just one right among many, but it is the fundamental right. And so therefore, if rights are to have any meaning at all, the right to life must supersede all of the other ones.
And I disagree. I think that you have a right to life, but your right to life does not override someone's right to bodily autonomy.
Well, you're saying that, but why is that true?
Because you, as I've asked you quite a few times now, you cannot describe to me one instance, except motherhood, where it is acceptable for you to use someone's...
Motherhood's unique, but I'm just saying, you are saying that the right to do whatever you want with your body supersedes the right to life. It's more fundamental than the right to life. And I explained to you why I think that the right to life is fundamental and more important than all those other rights. And I gave you, maybe you don't like my argument or something, but I think I at least spelled it out in a way that's fairly clear and logical. So what is your argument as to why the right to control your own body is more fundamental than the right to life?
Because I think that if you allow the government to decide that someone else's right to life can override your right to bodily autonomy, that is opening the door for a lot of terrifying things to happen. This is why you have to volunteer to be an organ donor. This is why you have to volunteer to be a blood donor, things like that. If we allowed the government to say that someone else's right to life can supersede your right to your body, that is a pretty terrifying amount of power to give to the government.
No, but we're speaking about, I mean, you're talking about organ donations, but we're speaking about this unique case, right? Because...
No, we're talking about the use of your body.
Right, but for instance, Bronte, I have kidneys. I don't need both of my kidneys. Maybe I do to filter all these terrible things I put into my body, but I don't really need both of them. I could give them to someone else. But it would be wrong if the government came in and said, Michael, we're taking your kidney now because Bronte needs it. I might give it to you voluntarily, but I certainly wouldn't want someone coming in taking my kidney away. That would be wrong. Even if you were in dire straits, I wouldn't. I still might give it to you, but I don't want someone taking it from me. And I don't think that I have an obligation to give you my kidney.
Right.
Because my kidney is for filtering my blood. That's what it's for.
Right.
In the same way, a woman's womb is for nurturing a child. That is the telos, that is the purpose of the womb. It serves no other purpose. So I don't think that the analogy that you're making here is apt. I think, once again, it gets back to the unique status of motherhood.
So the same thing can be said for your liver, right? Your liver...
Well, no one wants my liver.
Well, but your liver, the purpose of your liver is to detoxify your blood. It can process alcohol, it can process all kinds of toxins. But if I don't ingest those toxins, then my liver doesn't have to do that job. If I don't choose to harbor a fetus, my uterus doesn't have to harbor that fetus. Just because your body can do something doesn't mean that you should be compelled for it to do something.
If you choose not to have a drink, then your liver is not going to process alcohol. There's no way the alcohol got in there. But if you decide after, I don't know, you had a crazy weekend, you went out here to Nashville, met a nice guy. You would never do this, but I'm saying, women of ill repute would go out and, they meet a guy. He's not so nice. Anyway, the next morning she finds out she's pregnant. Really, 4 weeks later she would find out. But it'd be very fast. But mothers know, And anyway, she finds out she's pregnant. She says, oh, I don't want to be pregnant. And, that baby has no right to be in my womb. She has engaged in behavior that would introduce the baby into her womb.
El derecho a usar nuestro cuerpo se refiere generalmente a los conceptos de autonomía corporal y derechos sobre el propio cuerpo. En términos legales y filosóficos, esto se relaciona con varios derechos fundamentales y principios tales como el derecho a la autonomía corporal, que es el derecho a tomar decisiones sobre el propio cuerpo, sin coerción ni interferencia. Esto incluye decisiones sobre la salud y la integridad física, la cual protege a las personas de actos que pueden causar daño físico no consentido, como la tortura, el maltrato o las intervenciones médicas sin consentimiento. El derecho a la privacidad es un derecho que abarca la autonomía corporal, ya que las decisiones sobre el propio cuerpo son parte de la esfera privada de cada individuo. Sin embargo, el derecho a usar nuestro cuerpo no es ilimitado. Hay varias razones y contextos en los que este derecho puede estar sujeto a restricciones. Las leyes prohíben acciones que puedan dañar a otras personas, como el quitar la vida, la violencia o el abuso. Por ejemplo, aunque una persona tenga derecho a tatuarse, no puede usar su cuerpo para agredir a otros. Los profesionales de la salud deben obtener el consentimiento informado del paciente antes de realizar procedimientos médicos, pero también pueden negarse a realizar ciertos procedimientos si van en contra de la ética médica o las leyes. Bueno, en teoría, los derechos de autonomía corporal pueden estar limitados para menores de edad o personas incapacitadas y en tales casos, los tutores legales o el Estado pueden intervenir para proteger sus intereses. Algunas actividades deportivas extremas pueden estar reguladas o requerir permisos especiales. Por ejemplo, el paracaidismo y el buceo en aguas profundas requieren certificaciones y entrenamiento específico para minimizar riesgos y garantizar la seguridad de los participantes. ¿Y tú qué opinas? Déjamelo saber en los comentarios. Y aquí culmina este video. Si el video te gustó, dale like, coméntalo y compártelo. Asimismo, si este tipo de contenido te gusta, suscríbete a mi canal. Tengo muchos más videos de temáticas similares. Gracias, hasta luego.